Fellas, say goodbye to Chuck Sherman the boy. I am now a man. I highly recommend you join the club. We are doing the wild thing all night.
Acid house music.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Sherm.
Sherman, I cook all this food. Is that all you gonna eat?
General Sherman realized and understood the importance of house music.
So, do you know anything about techno?
No.
Listen.
Get it on. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new episode of Sherm in the Booth. I'm, of course, your host, Sherm. Today is Wednesday, March 11th, 2020. This is episode 102. It's finally starting to get a little warmer in Chicago, but that's not the only reason I'm in such a good mood. This episode is, without a doubt, guys, one of the most powerful I've had, and there's no surprises because it features my man, Mr. Shaw. Now, Mr. Shaw isn't just your ordinary DJ. He is one of the most talented guys I've met on many different creative fronts, whether it be graphic design, whether it be music. He is so motivated, and I just love this conversation. Now, like I said, guys, this is one of the most powerful episodes, and the reason for that is Mr. Shaw really opened up about obstacles he's overcome and how he's got through them. He's got an awesome story, and I cannot wait for you guys to hear it. But he's recognized on an international level. He is supported by club killers, and he's such a talented DJ. He's awesome behind the mic, and there's no surprise that this guy is on his way up. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it right now. This is episode 102 with Mr. Shaw. Let's get started. Mr. Shaw.
Hey.
I'm going to make you cheers one more time, bro.
Salud.
Sherm in the Booth, man. Thank you so much for making time.
Thank you for having me. This is
I'm so excited we're finally doing this. First off, and I know you said I'm not allowed to even say nice things about you. I'm going to, so just get ready, okay? I want to say thank you from my own personal perspective because you do a lot for the city, but you've helped me with my brand a lot.
Sure.
A few different things, a few different covers, a few different schedules. Dude, when you send that shit back to me, my jaw drops every single fucking time. Like the first one you did for me, the schedule where I'm standing on a cliff and the background is moving, I'm like,
glad you liked it, man.
I'm not that cool. I was like, dude, I look like
even when I was making it, I was like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, that one was fucking dope, but you're an incredibly talented DJ, and that's really just like the tip of the iceberg, man.
Thank you.
Your branding, your DJ sets, I mean, basically your way of life is amazing to me, and I know so many people that have been on the podcast, you've come up numerous times for different reasons every single time, and I think that's what's so special about you, man.
Thank you, man.
So cheers to you on that,
Thank
bro.
you for having me. This is dope. It's an honor.
You're on fucking fire right now too. Just before we got on air, you were talking about All-Star Weekend, man.
It was an experience of a lifetime for sure. I will definitely cherish it for a long time.
The past 6 months to a year, I feel like I've been following you probably for a year and a half or two.
Yeah.
I feel like since I started following you, it's like this.
Yeah.
I mean, you're pushing yourself, right?
Definitely. I did come to a point where I was at a standstill.
Mm-hmm.
And I really needed to move the baton, you know?
Absolutely.
So the past 6 months to a year,
Yeah.
Really just been trying to grind it out.
Yeah.
You know?
It's picked up for you.
I hope.
I mean, Chicago gigs, international gigs, we'll get into that too, but out-of-city gigs, I mean, your name is starting to circulate.
Yeah, I hope. And I think, I don't like to take all the credit for all that stuff.
Sure.
Because, obviously there's always people that can make those things happen for you. And
Yep.
I'm grateful to have these people we were talking about earlier. Like,
Yep.
just Music Trust has been probably hats off to them.
Yeah.
And then, a lot of guys in the city that definitely have put my brand before theirs. And things have worked in my favor. So to those guys, I'm also like super grateful and thankful.
Well, you're a genuine guy, and I think that's what's one of the most unique parts about you, right? Like, you were just telling me you go out and you support other DJs when it's an off night for you, right? Like,
for sure.
This is not just a job to you, right? Like, it's even more than a lifestyle. Like, it's your culture. It's who you are.
For sure.
Now, what I want to ask, I've had a few Indian DJs on as well, J-Con, most notably, who we both know.
Yeah.
And D Masher, I'm sure you know as well. What was it like for you? Like, tell us about when you started growing up. Were you born in the U.S.? Because you're Indian, obviously, right?
Born in the U.S.
Are you Hindu, Punjabi?
I'm Hindu.
Okay.
I speak Gujarati.
Okay.
And I was born in the U.S. in 92.
Okay.
My parents came here in 90.
Okay.
So right after they came here,
where in India are they from?
They're from Mumbai.
Okay, nice.
So
that's fucking sick.
We call Mumbai like the Vegas of India.
Dude, that's true. I went to an Indian wedding. I went to Jaipur and Kanpur.
Nice.
Everybody was talking about fucking Goa and Mumbai.
Yep.
Party.
That's what it is. And so in that sense, like my parents also came with obviously like close Indian morals and values.
Okay.
But also they were very liberal in that case, in that sense.
Right.
And so,
which is unique in Indian culture. Of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
And so just like, I'm not going to say it was easy to convince my parents of what I wanted to do.
Yeah, of course.
It definitely had some struggles along the way, but they have been extremely supportive of everything
awesome.
I've been doing. So
That's awesome. And you had a brother, right? How many people are in your family?
I have an older brother.
Okay.
Yeah, he was born in 84.
Yeah.
And so he took all the shit that I didn't get, right?
Yeah. I got a younger brother too. You fuckers.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's
God
what it
damn,
is.
You can
And
get away
so
with anything.
everyone called him my third parent.
Mm-hmm.
So everything he did and everywhere he went, I was kind of like stuck to his leg and kind of went about it that way. But
of course,
definitely a big inspiration to who I've always wanted to become. So.
Yeah, of course. I mean, do you remember when you said to yourself, "I want to be a DJ"?
To my parents?
Well, when you thought to yourself, "Okay, I really want to be a DJ," right?
Oh man.
When was the first time you got the decks
I do.
or started getting into it?
So is it cool if I go back just a little bit?
Dude, give me the door-to-door, baby. I want it.
So I come from a music oriented family.
Okay.
So a lot of my family, they either sing or they play an instrument or something with music.
Yep.
And so my mom is also a singer.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up, it was kind of like I always had music around.
Okay.
And it always starts with like opening the kitchen cabinets and taking out pots and pans and spoons and knives and just like banging on shit, right? And that's literally what I would do as a little kid. And then from there, it just kind of progressed into like picking up like the piano and then picking up like the drum set. And we have an Indian drum called the tabla.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've heard of that.
And so I started playing the tabla like really heavy at like 7. And then from 7 to like 13, that's all I played. And then I was like, oh, I want to now be a drummer.
Damn.
And so my parents picked me up a drum set, and it was just like hell in the house for like the first 6 months. But then like everything becomes a habit, and then you stop. Right. And so then I stopped. I want to say I was like 13 or 14 at this time. Mm-hmm. And then I started listening to the radio a lot. That was like the thing.
Of course.
And everyone's favorite station, B96.
Of course.
Right? That was like the go-to station. I started listening to that, and they had DJs on there. Mm-hmm. I didn't really know what a DJ even was at that time.
You just heard the songs go in and out perfectly.
It was just like, just the introduction to the DJ. Forget the DJ even playing.
Yeah.
It was first the introduction to the DJ. Like, yo, at this time we have so-and-so DJ coming up. He's amazing. He's going to do all these things, take you on a ride. And I was like, who are they introducing? Like, who's about to come up right now, right? They made it sound so
like
amazing.
A WWE WrestleMania.
Right.
A lot
and
of
I was
energy.
like, whoa. Like, you're listening to the radio, you're like, what the? And then you hear the DJs, and you're like, wow, this is insane.
Right.
So I do remember, though, a time where I did tell myself, like, this is crazy. Like, this is something I want to figure out. Like, what is this, right? And I think that was, like, right when YouTube came out, like, I want to say, right? Like, 2000, I want to say 2007?
7 to 8, for sure.
Right?
You're right,
like,
yeah, we're seeing.
I graduated high school in 10.
Right.
So I want to say like 2006, 7, 8, around that time.
Right.
And I just started like YouTubing stuff and just trying to find out like what does it mean to be a disc jockey, right? Like, because that's what came up, and I was like,
jockey.
wait a minute, like what?
Right.
And so, man, that's like honestly what I remember. I think that's when I really told myself, like, all right, I'm gonna take a stab at this. I'm gonna leave everything that I did beforehand.
Right.
the piano, the drums, the tabla. Let's kind of put that to the side and let me go figure out
It's your new instrument.
what this DJing is.
Absolutely.
And I think that was like the start of everything.
Did you have a lot of friends at that period of time that were getting into that sort of music? I mean, B96, was it just you?
Man, I didn't have friends at all. You know?
So B96 was your fucking best friend.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I was just an antisocial kid.
Sure.
I remember not really. I was mischievous for sure.
Yeah.
As a kid,
Of course.
but it was around my comfortability.
Yeah. Understand that.
In terms of like being social, I don't remember really like having friends, or I had. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even have like Sean Tucker at that time. Like, he's my best friend now, but
Yeah.
I think it was just like coming home, turning on the radio,
Right.
and just figuring out what's happening
Right.
and who's what, who's who, how it runs, how it works. Google, YouTube, like just like, what is a DJ? What does a DJ do? What does DJ stand for? Like, literally, I was like a DJ geek, like nerd, like just trying to figure out, you know, we had the Windows, like big ass computers back then. So it was like my friends would be on like AIM and I'd be like, yo, you know what a DJ is?
Right.
Like, what's a DJ? Blah, blah, blah. So,
Real quick, what was your username on AIM?
oh my God.
Tell me. You can't bring up something like that without me asking you.
What kind of question is that, Sherm?
This is your 60 minutes right now, bro.
So, wow, this is really embarrassing.
Sorry.
My username was I'm a sexy brown boy.
Oh my god.
That was my username. Yeah. I'm gonna have to take a sip of this.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious.
I'm gonna be a meme now.
I'm a sexy brown boy.
That's what it was.
Dude,
You asked and I told you, man.
before we went on air, you said you weren't good at talking to girls. You fucking could AIM any honey.
Anybody, man. It was like, yo, catch me behind a screen.
You know what, dude? And honestly, my first 2 girlfriends were via AIM. And,
Oh, really?
Like, you know, like it was hard for me to talk to them in person in 6th or 7th grade, 6th grade.
Yeah.
And I remember like, I'm really good at talking to girls in AIM. What the fuck were we talking about?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No,
and then you see them in school and you're like super nervous to talk to them.
For sure. Like,
think
you'd
it's-
say everything you want to say on your away message,
It's crazy.
you know, and then at school you'd be like,
Hey, how are you? Yeah, like I had one of my friends that I grew up with ask this girl out for me.
Yeah.
She delivered the message. She said yes. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
And then she walks by and I'm like, oh, I'm nervous.
yeah. But you know what's funny about that question that you just brought up?
Yeah.
It's funny, right? Like, we're in an age where self-confidence and you know, kind of just like telling yourself that you are the best, and that you could achieve anything, and that's like so in right now.
It's
and
so
back
true.
then it was like, oh, what are you praising yourself? Like, what are you doing? Blah blah blah. You know,
Yeah.
are you doing this?
Are you
Like,
so self-absorbed?
and it's funny how everything kind of just comes full circle, because I will say I am a very sexy brown boy.
You are a good-looking motherfucker. You're stud.
Just something I want to say.
It's interesting though. I mean, this is why I love this shit, man. Because whenever I go back in time with people, you know, and I find these different timelines that we intersect on, it's so interesting to think back to things like that, like how we all communicated with each other, and now how we're all kind of another generation above, and now we're like, I mean, I kind of think to myself, fuck social media. Like,
For sure.
people sometimes don't believe me when they're like, I'm like, dude, if I wasn't a DJ and I hadn't have this for branding aspects, I don't think I would have Facebook.
Yeah, to be quite honest.
I don't even know what the fuck Facebook is anymore. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a million different things, and now it's social media is so oversaturated, and you're trying to find ways to break through, and it's like you gotta have a social media following, and I feel like there's so much fakeness in it. And you're right, it's fucking Grant Cardone and Gary Vee in your face every day. And don't get me wrong, I respect those guys and what they do, and I try and deploy a lot of their own motivations into my life, right? Like, be the best person I can be.
Yeah.
But I watched a stand-up comedian recently, and he was like, that shit's coming at you all the time. Let's be honest. When are you happiest? Right now. You're here, you're a little tired, you're a little bloated, you know? But you got a drink in your hand, and you're here with your friend, and that's happy, and that's good, and that's okay.
Right.
And I think it is kind of tough because people get fucking blown over with all of this, like, do this, do that. This is how you become successful. This is how you become a self-made millionaire.
Yeah.
And that's kind of grown up with us from an entrepreneurship perspective too.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah. I just, social media, man, is, it's funny. I don't know.
Right? Like, it's hard for our parents to understand that we can make money as a DJ, that I can have a fucking W-2 at the end of the year, right?
For sure.
Right? Yeah. It's not the brick and mortar shit anymore.
Yeah, it's just, man, like, I have so many different perspectives on social media because, I eat, sleep, and breathe like branding and marketing and
right.
But I also do understand that I do have another side to my life other than that, right?
Yep.
Which doesn't involve any social media.
Yep.
Really.
Absolutely.
So
that's so important. You got to have both sides for yourself too.
Balance.
Taking a break from social media.
Needed.
How is that even a thing? It's like we have to though.
Yeah, needed.
I know.
If you don't, good luck.
Yeah, seriously.
Good luck.
Take your time with it.
Because eventually it does start affecting the way you think.
Right.
And what you say and your attitude and your posture and it eventually will come after you. People just, I guess, no, you don't have to let it, but most people, they probably will. So
yeah, they probably will. But anyway, so let's get back into it. Your story of the DJ, right? So you're researching all this stuff, like you're saying, didn't have a ton of friends at school. This is your focus. This is what you're putting your energy into. Yeah. Do you remember when you got your first controller? When you're like, "This is it, Mom and Dad, like, buy me this," or did you buy it?
I remember it was a Stanton turntable.
Yeah.
That was my left deck.
Nice.
And my right deck was a CD player.
Oh shit! What'd you do that for?
See, I think that's the beauty of it. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, fuck it. I love that.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
I bought a turntable, no mixer.
I was going to ask, what did you mix with?
No mixer. And it was like, I want to say I had a mixer, but it wasn't a DJ mixer. Yeah. It was like where you could plug the turntable into like an audio interface thing. Yeah. And you could plug in like an XLR from the back and connect it to a speaker. That's what it was. Yeah. And on my right side, it was a CD player. Yeah. Like headphone jack to like something like 2 RCAs. And literally, man, like I bought one record. I don't even know what record it was. Just for the sake of buying a record. Right. Because that's what I Googled. Yeah. Like that's what it showed me. Like turntable, you buy a record, put it on there, and it came with like a jank needle, and that's it. Like it made noise. Like that's what it was. Like it played a song, and then if you scratched it, it made noise, and I was like, oh, I'm in it. This is it. Right. Right. And like, and on this side, I would play my CD player with a CD in it, like in sync or something. I don't know. Yeah. And I would wear the headphone of my CD player on my ear. Yeah. And then from the speaker, I would make the scratch noise. So I would
quite an operation here.
It was like absurd, right? And there is a picture. I don't know. I will send you the picture. Yeah. So maybe I don't know if you could just pop it up on this interview.
We can do that. Cue to the picture.
It's literally, it's like just turntable, CD player, and I'm scratching on what I'm listening to my headphones. Wow. And that to me was DJing. Yeah. I had no idea what I was doing. Right. No clue.
When did you get a mentor? Do you even have one? I mean,
I don't want to say I had a mentor, but I did study the radio station a lot. Okay. A lot. And then after just like constant Googling and figuring out what these guys are doing via YouTube videos. Yep. I was like, all right, this has got to go. Because this is not really doing it for me.
Yeah, of course.
And I convinced my dad to buy me Denon DNS 1000s.
Okay.
2 CD players, and a Denon DNX 300 mixer.
Okay. So you got the setup now.
Have the setup.
All right.
That was my first setup.
You
the
made
platter was like this big.
Yeah.
Each side. But, you could load CDs inside.
Right.
And then, and that's how I started, like, doing CDs.
Right.
Like, CD to CD.
Right.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to do the whole vinyl thing.
Yeah.
Except that little mishap I had going on. I don't know what that was, but
Yeah.
I really was a CD DJ.
Yeah.
That's how I started.
That's awesome.
That was my thing. So, but in terms of mentor,
Yeah.
radio station, all those guys, man, like Flipside.
Yep.
That's like number one.
It comes up every time. Everybody mentions B96, man. Like
B96, just like Louis the Kid and Flipside, Speed, Bad Boy Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Just like all these guys, like what's his name? Oh, is it gonna hurt me?
I mean, there's so many.
I forgot. Whatever.
Yeah, it's okay. There's so many.
There's so many of them. There's so many of them. But I listen to all those guys.
They're your mentors, man. You're learning from experts.
And they were like my radio mentors, and I was
Yeah.
like, "All right, what are they doing, dude?" I remember like coming home from high school. I would rush home because I had no friends.
Sorry to laugh.
Yeah, I had no friends. I'd turn the radio on.
Yeah.
And I'd like have a packet of cassettes.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'd take the cassette in, I'd throw it in there, and hit record. Right? And let the mix show record for however long it was.
Yeah.
And then after it was done, I'd take it out, rewind it, replay it,
Yeah.
pen and paper, and then I would write down not the name of the song, the words I heard to the song, because I didn't know what the names of these songs were.
Right.
I had no
True.
idea. So if I hear like 4 or 5 words, I would write down those 4 or 5 words, then Google those words, and then the song would pop up.
You got to fucking process.
So it was a process because it was
Yeah.
like I had no idea what the hell I was doing.
Right.
It was like one of those things. And so that's literally what I would do, man. Just like write down like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, have like 20. And some of the songs I'd recognize.
Yeah.
And then I just go Google it and then find the name of that song and then go download it, LimeWire or whatever the hell we had back then.
Of course.
And that's literally, man, like that was like the initiation to getting my own songs and like being able to, burn them on CDs.
Right.
And then write like on the CD with a permanent marker, like names of the tracks.
Yeah.
It was a process. Now that I look back on it, I'm like, what the fuck did I do, man?
Yeah. Dude, you made it work though. And like, honestly, you're so humble about like your way of doing this, right? Like when you think about like the DJ generation before us, with the records and shit, right?
Yeah.
This is our records, right?
Yeah, the
this
CDs
is what we carried around. Yeah, it doesn't weigh 500 pounds or whatever.
I do wish that I was able to be in crates.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Right.
I feel like it's so crucial to just like DJ 101.
Yeah. It's fundamentals for sure.
But I mean, I think CDs taught me everything I needed to know.
Of course. Really give you a deeper understanding of the music too. Like that shit was going back in your head when you're still growing up, right?
For sure, man.
Makes you appreciate that shit. You worked hard.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a lot of work, seriously. Like, I didn't get into it until I was on track to run a computer, right? I didn't even have to worry about that shit.
Yeah. No, I do remember, like, having 500 to 1,000 CDs.
Jesus.
Burned CDs, like, of just music at one point.
Were they track by track?
Pre-Serato.
Right.
And it was just, I think the limit was 80 minutes on a CD, which came out to like 16 tracks.
Yeah. That is exactly right. You just brought me back my fucking mind right there.
Yeah. It was like
exactly
16
right.
to 18 tracks, 18 if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I would just, and I was like, oh, you know what? I need a ballpoint permanent marker.
Yeah.
Not a big ass one, because now the songs aren't fitting on top of the CD.
Right.
You get into 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now you start writing around the edge of the CD because you can't fit it.
Right.
And I just had so many CDs. And
how'd you keep it all organized?
I would go on Word.
Yeah.
And each CD would be labeled by number.
Jesus.
So 1 to whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would go on Word and print out a square little piece of paper with all the tracks on it. And then I would stick that inside the transparent plastic thing.
Oh, wow.
Where you stick your CD.
Jesus, take me back.
So now
right
when
I
I'm
love
flipping,
this.
I could be like, where was it? CD 43. And then if I'm like just scanning the track, I'm like, track 7. Cool.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like just like using memory too. Like,
absolutely.
Like kind of going deep in your folders and kind of figuring out like, what CD number was that in? I remember doing that for a long time, and it worked for me. It was like, it was what I did,
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, for those that don't know, you won this B96 DJ battle competition in June 2013, right?
Yes. It was a Boom Entertainment.
Boom Entertainment.
And B96. They were, they did like a collective DJ battle.
Right.
And I entered my first year, and I came second. And then I entered the year after, and I came first.
So what was the timeline from me burning CDs in your room to this?
So I did CDs.
Right.
I did that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did my 2009-10 turnabout. And before the turnabout dance, we would DJ in the cafeterias. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
This was my, I want to say this was my, maybe it's 08, 09 or 09, 10, whatever. My junior year maybe.
Yeah.
We DJ the caf for lunch. And I remember I had my dad's old laptop.
Yeah.
Now, Serato was already out by then.
Okay. Yeah, it came out in like 2009.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So they kicked SL1 out, and all the DJs were on it. Now, by this time, I knew who AM was. I saw what AM was doing via YouTube on like down by the West Coast in Vegas, whatever.
Right.
I was looking up like DJ Vice a lot.
Yeah.
Vice was like the dude that I was like, Vice was the guy where I was like, I want to be that guy. So when you were talking about mentor, someone I said that I wanted to be like, Vice, hands down. And then so I would do the calf, and I had my dad's laptop. And because Serato just came out, I was like, man, I need to step up my cool game.
Right.
I have to.
Right.
So I downloaded a screenshot.
Oh my God.
Of the Serato interface. Okay. It was like, Serato's loaded. It looks like it's loaded. And it was just on my screen. My laptop is there. I'm not using it.
Right.
But I need to feel like
Yeah.
I'm part of the cool gang, right?
Shit.
And it's so crazy that I'm talking about this.
I love it, man.
It's wild. Like,
This is at
it
lunch.
Like brings me back. This is like, so this is at lunch. Mm-hmm. So the laptop is just sitting up there. It's not being touched.
It's
right?
a prop.
It's not being touched. But what's on my laptop are set lists.
Okay.
Like I've made a set list, and it's all typed out.
Right.
With, in parentheses, what CD number it's in. Okay. And what track it is on that CD number.
Jesus.
So I'm like DJing, and that literally was the pre to the Boom and B96 battle.
Right.
So that all ended, right? I like pretended I had Serato.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. I do my calf. I do the turnabout dance.
Right.
Okay.
You're getting better and better though.
Getting better and better.
Right.
Right. We're able to blend. We have all the tracks that we need.
Right.
And so now it's 2009-10. We do our turnabout dance. Sean Tucker did it with me. He was a year younger.
Okay, so you went to high school with him.
I went to high school.
So when did you meet Sean then originally?
I met Sean my freshman year of high school.
And he was DJing too?
He was not DJing then, but I think he started very shortly after his freshman year.
Okay. So you
But
guys
he-
were kind of doing it together.
But
then.
we were doing it together.
Right.
Like when I talk about like whack ass scratches
Yeah.
and like all that shit, like we both were horrid. Like we both look at each other's videos and we're like, what the fuck were we doing? Like really, like it just sounded like garbage, right?
Right.
And so, but I felt like we both had different passion levels
Sure.
of music.
Yeah.
He had a lot of long-term goals that he wanted to hit, which
Yeah.
is amazing. And I was like, nope, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
This is it. This is all I got.
Right.
This is all I want to do.
Yep.
And so, so we move on. So we do the calf, we do the turnabout dance, we crush sales,
Awesome.
right? We like broke turnabout sales for our school.
Yeah.
They had like 60 kids the year before, and we had like 700 pop in.
What?
And it was like student DJs, and we promoted it all over the lockers
Yeah, that's
and did
awesome.
all the stuff, right?
Grassroots, baby.
Straight up. And so that happens.
Yep.
Then I DJ my senior picnic.
Okay.
Okay.
What's a senior picnic for those who don't know?
Senior picnic is basically it's like the week before graduation
Okay, gotcha.
for high school.
Everybody's
and
there.
everyone wears their like college shirts.
Oh, that's
Right.
fuck yeah, right.
You wear your college shirt, you
Right.
rep where you're going to college,
Right.
blah blah blah. And I didn't have a college that I picked yet, so
Okay.
I was like in a flannel or something.
Yeah.
And I knew I wanted to go to Columbia, but I was advised to maybe go to community college for the first 2 years,
Right.
kind of get my gen eds out of the way,
Yep.
and then go to Columbia.
Right.
So I'm at my senior picnic. I DJ that, and everyone's excited. Like, oh, Shaw, or they called me Sonny in high school.
Yeah, I was wondering where that came from.
Yeah, so Sahaj is my real name.
Right.
My brother was called Sonny in high school and middle school. And me and my brother went to the same high school.
Okay, gotcha.
And so after they found out I was his little brother,
They just called you too.
it was like Sonny. And I was like, yo, my name's Sonny, blah, blah, blah. So
Yeah.
people called me Sonny.
Okay. And you were on speakers and like a great setup and everything at this point too?
No. It was like my Denons.
Yeah.
I had my small little Denons.
Right.
My flight case, and I think I had like one non-powered JBL.
Shit.
Yeah,
I know.
it was like you got to plug the speaker into like a mixer with an amp in it,
Yeah,
and then
course.
do that, run it that way. So that's what I did. But yeah, man, I did my senior picnic, and everyone was excited to go to college. I was like trying to figure it out. People would ask me like, "Yo, what's up, DJ? What's up, DJ?" Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know where I'm gonna go to college. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know yet, but
Right.
I love music. That's what I'm gonna do. And
Love that.
man, did I get so many side eyes, man, especially from all the Indian kids at school. They're like, "You're gonna be a DJ?" What are you
Right,
gonna
I
blah,
bet.
blah. So yeah, man, that was like all up until high school.
Mm-hmm.
Then I graduated,
Right.
in 2010, and I was like, the first thing I got to do is get Serato.
Yep.
I was like, the first thing. So literally got Serato, and literally all the music that I had on my CDs went back onto my computer, right? Because
Yeah, of course.
like dumbass didn't know,
Yeah.
Now it's like, all right, so I had to download all the music back onto my computer,
Yeah.
and I had gotten a Mac at that time.
Mm-hmm.
A 2009-10 Mac.
Mhm.
I still have it,
Mhm.
and your designs are done on that Mac.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
10, 11 years running, bro, that Mac.
Damn, bro.
It's going. It's like the Xbox, the OGs of all Macs
Yeah.
is that Mac.
Fuck yes.
Crazy. So,
Amazing.
got a Mac,
Yep.
poured all my music over into it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it, man. Just stepped into a whole new world of music and how it's presented and how it's played, and just the endless possibilities with all that.
What a big step for you at that point, right?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Amazing. So then you just continue to hone your craft and
Just-
build your confidence. I mean, honestly,
We did it.
man, like
Yeah.
everybody needs to go watch this video, and I'll put the link on there because You're playing to a huge fucking crowd. You're on the mic, right? And it's so funny to see you like. You were in a Chicago Bulls jersey.
Yeah, that a black. That was my second.
Blackhawks.
That was my second rodeo.
That was the second rodeo.
That was the second rodeo.
Okay,
so,
well, let's. What was the first one like?
So I get introduced to Boom.
Yeah.
And they're doing high schools, and they're killing it, right? Like breaking sales. It's bonkers. And this is something that kids have never seen before in their life.
Yeah.
If I remember my homecoming or turnabout, it was like Christmas lights.
Yeah.
And like a dark gym.
Yeah.
And like a DJ all the way in front, and you
Right.
could only hear like 50 feet from the booth.
Yeah.
And then
that was amazing.
people are in the back, and yeah, you're just like, and it was amazing, right? We're
Right.
like, oh yeah, this is turn up.
Yeah.
And then Boom came in and just kind of flipped the script and gave these kids like an entire concert,
Crazy.
right, in their gyms. And so they hit me up and they were like, yo, we'd love to have you join our team and play and blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
I said, all right, cool. So started doing some high schools, and I would play alongside another DJ. So it was like either Speed or Flip or one of those guys, right?
Yep.
And for me, that was like, holy shit, right?
made
it's
it.
like yeah, like I'm here. I'm out here.
Yeah.
Right? And those guys, man, are amazing. And just for like the opportunity for me to play with them, I was like stoked, right? And so I do a couple of schools, and then I find out that Boom is having their first ever DJ battle.
Okay.
And
2012.
this is 2012.
Okay.
2012, because I feel like 2013 is when I did the second rodeo.
Yep.
So 2012, first rodeo comes around. You had to make a mix, and then you had to like a video routine,
Yep.
like 3 minutes or something, and then
Right.
send it in.
Right.
So got selected for that, and then we find out that it's going to be at the B96 Summer Bash,
Right.
but outside the stadium,
Right.
as the pre-show.
Right.
So I was like, oh, I made it. This is it.
Yeah.
Like, this is like rock star status, right?
Yeah.
And so do it, whatever. I come in second.
Right. Huge, man.
Yeah. I mean, it was, I think just being there was like, oh, it was wild. And
Yeah.
and Sean Tucker was in the battle with me.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was kind of like we shot this promo video, and kind of just like built this hype around this battle.
Hell
and like,
yes.
And people were like, oh man, it's gonna be crazy, right?
Right.
But like DJ skills weren't up to par
Right.
to what the video was like, right? So it was like,
Okay.
So we saw the outcome of the video. We were like, oh my God, right?
Yeah.
So whatever, get there, come second. Regardless of the situation, I was like super excited to be there. It was dope, right?
Yep.
Then comes 2013,
Right.
and they're like, all right, we're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be at the B96 Summer Bash, outside the stadium, but we're gonna have a stage out there, and we're gonna make it huge.
Dude, it's big.
We're gonna make it huge. So I was like, all right, cool. So again, we had to send in a little routine. They selected it.
Yeah.
Right. And it was, I remember they had DJs come in from different cities.
Shit.
They had California come in. 2 DJs from California came in. 2 from Chicago, and then there was like 1 more. And then you would battle. You'd have like round 1, round 2, and then the finals.
Yeah.
So I made it to the finals with a DJ from the West Coast, from Cali. Crushed it. He was like technically so much more advanced than I was. Right. Like he knew how to crap scratch and do all this, and I knew how to scratch too because that was like my foundation of DJing.
Right.
Was like scratching and technicality.
Right.
So he crushes it, and then it's my turn.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty
And
nervous, man.
I was
You have friends in high school and you go in front of this big crowd.
I was sweating balls, bro.
This is your fucking moment.
Like sweating my ass off, like, and I'm wearing like a tank underneath my Blackhawks shirt, and it was when the Blackhawks were in the cup,
Right.
right.
Love that. You're the Chicago kid.
So I was like, man, what can I do to really like feed the right energy to who's in front of me, right?
Right.
And I get up there, man. I do my thing, rock out, and it just It was I think crowd decided who won,
Yeah.
and
Dude,
then they had
no
they had
surprises there.
Trentino was a judge,
Oh, hell yeah.
Speed was a judge, Marquis was a judge, Flipside was a judge,
Mm-hmm.
and Mix and Mark was a judge.
Damn.
So I like did my thing. They gave me feedback, and then yeah, we had 2 rounds. We had 2 rounds in the finals, and so it just ended up being cool. That was like my first. That was like the first time I felt like I put my like hard ass work into something,
Yep.
and like something crazy came out of that.
Dude, I mean, still congratulations. You got over 50,000 views on YouTube right now. It really is a good set. Like, you're involved, and you can almost like see you in this moment,
Yeah,
right? Like
Yeah.
to see the young Shaw, like
yeah.
with the mic, bro. Like,
When did you see that video at 50K? Do you remember? I don't know. I'm just asking.
what's it at now?
You want to know?
Did I watch the wrong one? Because I knew there was a million, right?
There were 2 of them. There was one. There were 2 rounds in the finals.
Yeah.
Round 1 right now on YouTube is at like 8.4 million
Excuse me.
or something. Or something.
Excuse me.
Not to point out numbers, it doesn't matter.
Are you fucking
But-
kidding me? There's a big difference between 50K and 8 million.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's
wild.
what
and,
I thought.
and I think more than the number, I think for me, it's a really old video, and like my DJing skills back then, like it was just like
You don't
something
send that as like, here's my experience.
Yeah, and it's not something that like I'm like, oh, look at my, because my DJ skills I was still learning. It's like they were trash. I'm not gonna lie, right? But and so the numbers really don't matter. But I think what I keep going back to that video because I'm like, there are almost 9 million people, okay, that have come across
Yeah.
this link.
Yeah. I thought it was another one. Okay. I definitely
You know?
watched the other one too.
Now,
Just
so there's another one,
Right.
and that's a lot. That's like a lot less.
But the 8 million one, I've seen that one before too, and that was probably a year and a half ago. I think because Clayton shared it.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
it's
wild.
amazing, dude.
It was crazy, right? And so I
mean,
was just
dude,
like,
be proud of yourself,
there
for
are
real.
almost 9 million people that have come across a link. So I still go back to that today.
Yeah.
Because I want to constantly remind myself, like, if you can have this many people view your stuff,
That's crazy. It's crazy.
It's
true.
It's like it's wild, dude. It's like it's crazy. It's like it blew my mind, and like I still keep going to that video, and I'm like the numbers don't matter to me, but
Right.
I'm just trying to sit here and trying to picture 9 million
Yes.
of anything.
I can't.
9 million of anything. It could be like 9 million condoms.
Yeah,
For all I
I
care.
can't think about
it
that,
filled
yeah.
this entire apartment.
Fuck, it's a lot of condoms.
It's
That's a lot of views on YouTube. Yeah. You put it in perspective.
That's a fucking lot, dude. Like, I don't know. It's just, so I think what I took from that was like, keep throwing content out there.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
if it is the right time and right moment,
Right.
any video is able to go
Absolutely.
like deep.
If there's one lesson to share with everybody, is you can make something on your own or be in front of a crowd and it can blow up.
Overnight.
People want shit to blow up too. Like TikTok right now, it's like the fact that people can like take a video of their mom. Mom, how many likes to do this? Dad, how many views to do this?
Crazy.
1 million.
Crazy.
Do your thing, TikTok. I'll like it. I'll like that shit.
Crazy.
Fuck your dad.
Crazy. Crazy. If I were to fill this room with condoms because we're speaking about it right now and put it on TikTok,
That would get so
Forget
many,
9 million.
Dude, 900 million.
Yeah.
Anybody on fucking TikTok.
like, oh, this dude filled up his entire apartment when his roommate was out with 900,000 condoms.
So funny, man. What? Yeah. Follow to find the second video of how they got it out.
Like, what the? Yeah, man. It's, I don't know. Social media nowadays is.
It's the full circle, like you're talking about.
It is the full circle, bro.
It's the rediscovery. Who knows what's going to happen with it?
Don't
That's
know.
a great story, man. And dude, it's so awesome to hear about you going from the guy who didn't have friends, went home, developed this passion,
Yeah.
and really kept working, right? There's probably a lot of times where, you know, like you said, the other Indian students were like, why are you doing this, right? You had moments of self-doubt, and you said, no,
Yeah.
this is my thing. I found what I love.
Yeah, for sure.
And you pushed through.
Yeah, it was hard. It was like even my parents, too. you know?
Yeah, of course.
It's like my parents, like, it was a lot of arrogance growing up.
Yeah.
for me.
I understand that.
For myself.
Right.
It's like when you're young, you just, you don't really know anything,
You don't.
It's like you don't know what you're getting into. You don't know how to act. And you like see just a little bit of camera love and video love. And you're like, oh, awesome. And there was a lot of arrogance. And then there was a lot of doubt also from like, my rents and my family and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I was going to say, what does your brother think of all this? What was he doing?
Man, my brother is a lawyer.
Okay.
Right? So
not a DJ.
So the two ends of the household, right? It was like two extremes of like follow the stereotype.
Yeah.
And not saying that he wanted to follow the stereotype, but I think that was his passion. That's what he wanted to do.
Right.
And I was on the other end of things.
Right.
And two very different worlds, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So, but at the time that I was doing it, it was just nonstop support from him because it was like he was the only one that would really get, what I was doing. My parents, a little old school, Indian, don't really understand, and they grew up with like just doctors and lawyers and
of course,
engineers and pharmacists.
Of course.
So, but
that's awesome. You gotta have a little bit of support, man.
Yeah, but that doubt led to a lot of arrogance, because people doubted me, I became an arrogant dick early, and I'm proud to say that because it's kind of like I've changed significantly.
Yep.
And that change happened fast.
Yeah.
Like quick.
Yeah.
So
woke up.
So yeah, man.
So what keeps you coming back, man? I mean, 2010 to 2020, like you've been DJing for a long time. Do you feel like you're always finding that new moment that you had in 2013? Are you trying to search for that?
I think that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
To always find like the next high.
Right, of course.
Right. But I also don't want to get lost in trying to find that, because I think what happened was, and what happens now is for any DJ that wants to become a DJ, then it just becomes, then the focus is just on, I'm going to be a DJ and people are going to call me by my DJ name, and I'm going to dress this way when I DJ, and I'm going to talk this way when I DJ.
Yeah.
And now everything that person actually is just put away, and it's to the side, right?
You lose your real identity.
And you don't realize how much of it you're losing as you continue to move forward. Right? And you come to a point where you're like, who the fuck am I? Right? And so for me, it was like what brings me back is clearly finding the next high.
Right.
But I also don't want to get lost in doing that. So I think where I am right now is I'm trying to find success just like everybody else is, but I'm 120% focused on remaining who I am as a person while doing that. I don't want to, it's like the DJing side will always be there. I could always bring it out, but I don't want it. I want it to be someone that I could voluntarily bring out. Right. I don't want it to be someone that controls everything about who I am as a person.
Mr. Shaw is Sahaj Shaw, right?
Yes.
I love that.
I want to be Sahaj first.
Right.
That's like,
fuck yeah,
Sahaj. Like, this is what I am. This is what I like to do.
Right.
And I do this as a profession.
Yeah.
This is like, so.
I love that, man. Perfect answer.
Yeah, bro. We out here.
Dude, let's get a little granular, though, because you're an awesome live DJ. I love, after you say something wise. I've seen you play a lot of different types of set, right? Like house, open format, club sets. Do you feel like you have a personal favorite style when it comes to something? Like, if it's a venue, what is like the Mr. Shaw set that you love? Headline at Prism, right? Like, I feel like you do a little something different every time.
Yeah. So I grew up with the mentality, what was projected to me when I grew up was to be an open format DJ.
Right.
That was a projection.
That's the B96 guys.
Right. AM was like, and still is.
Yeah.
Right. The king of open format mix style.
Number one, for sure.
Right. And it was kind of like, all right, well, if that's what people consider dope, then that's exactly what I want to be.
Yeah.
Right. Open format.
Right.
And so I do have genres that I like more than the other, but I will play everything.
Yeah.
Everything except like hardstyle dubstep.
That's fair. I don't either.
You know?
Yeah.
That's like,
You don't even have any.
yeah. I don't think, maybe like a track or two.
Yeah.
But that's just not.
Is that like, is that what you love most about it? Is that like you are gonna play a wide variety?
So venues are different, right? Like
Yeah.
some venues will be like, yo, stick to one genre. And
It's a job for sure.
It's a job. So
Yeah.
so when I'm put in front of those situations, I definitely will accommodate to that.
Yeah.
You know, and
Absolutely.
and put the venue of importance, like give it importance.
Yeah.
But man, I love venues, man, that are like, hey man, play what you want, read them, play what you want.
What are some of your favorite places to play in Chicago specifically?
I don't play at this place anymore, but I did. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go back to the venue. Progress Bar, Boys Town.
Yeah, dude, I've heard that place is dope.
Progress Bar, Boys Town. It's
Why
like
is that?
it just the environment there, and you could literally blindfold yourself. Okay, Sherm.
Yeah.
Pick a track,
Yeah.
load it, and play it, and they'll go off.
God damn. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, and it's like a really rare block. There are a lot of venues on that block.
Yeah,
It's
of
a
course.
really rare block.
Yeah.
It's just a vibe, man, in there. Like you could play anything you want, and they'll just respond with just
amazing.
like, not even respond to the song. You feel like they're responding to just like being happy to be there,
Yep.
right? And
That's
like,
awesome.
and so that's like a venue that I played a lot, but then I had to cut down because I wanted to focus on being in River North a lot more,
Sure, of course.
right? And I didn't want to travel Lincoln Park, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
but I definitely am gonna go back.
That's awesome.
That's for sure because
I didn't expect that answer, so fuck yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah. It was like a venue that really made me feel like it was a celebration all the time for no reason.
You could be yourself. You could play whatever you
Play
wanted.
what you want, bro. Like you play what you want.
I'm
like,
fired up over that right now.
yeah, like you want to play something deep house? Great. You want to play something house? You want to play something electro hard shit? Cool. You want to play hip hop? Great. You want to play throwback? Cool. You want to play R&B? All right. You want to drop in a 70s track? Cool, man. Go do that. Like you want to play, like throw in a little James Brown? Boom. Like
Damn.
it's like it was just a venue that I literally, if you saw my set, you'd be like, what the fuck are you playing?
Yeah.
Like what is this?
Right.
That was open format to me. That was like
Ah.
that was like I could play Cardi B and then play James Brown and they'd be like, yo, right?
Yeah.
And you see that and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Right? 'Cause you can't do that anywhere else.
Right.
So that was like top all-time favorite venue, Progress Bar.
Hell yes. Great answer.
But there are plethora of other venues that are awesome.
For sure, man.
So
But you also have done an incredible job with your mixes, right? You've done Pitbull's Globalization Radio, your Club Killers mix.
Yes.
How many times have you done mixes for Club Killers now?
I've done 4 or 5 Club Killer mixes.
Your most recent one, though,
Recent one was, God, I don't even know.
it was maybe 4 months ago. It was Shaw Takes the Throne.
Yes. Yes,
Dude.
yes.
Not only was that one of the best fucking mixes I've ever heard from a edit perspective, like,
Thank you.
dude, that, I don't know, I want to ask you what you did there, but the branding, like the build up, the promotion, I mean, you mentioned Vice, right?
For sure.
You've shared him saying, like, you got to check out this mix.
Yeah.
A-Track,
Yeah.
DJ Ego, Crespo.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck, man? How does he know these people and how are they like?
Yeah.
It's
man.
unbelievable. You had a whole thing.
That was awesome.
And that mix is still going off, bro. I don't know how
That was
can you
awesome.
check that, man,
Thank you, man.
but
I haven't listened to it in a while, but
how long did you work on that for?
thank you. I want to say like a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Because
a
it's
month,
like,
month and a half maybe.
dude, you were building a fucking pyramid by yourself.
So it was like really awesome. Yeah, like A-Track, I was like,
A-Track.
I mean, it's A-Track, you
It's
know?
A-Track.
It's A-Track. So I was like, oh shit, all
Yeah.
right, this is legit. But yeah, man, the process of making the mix was, I can't come out with a mix in a week, and I can't do it in 2 weeks, and I can't do it in 3 weeks. I just can't.
Yeah, don't have time.
I can't. My brain doesn't tell me like, all right, you need to put out a mix and do it. I just can't.
Yeah.
And so, from every mix that I've done, and it started in 2015, was the first Club Killers mix I did.
Awesome.
They did a mix contest, and they were like, and I was like, oh shit, all right, I'm gonna try this. Like,
Yeah.
So I put together my first like mix on Ableton.
Hell yeah.
It was my first ever mix on Ableton.
Yeah.
And it was like a contest. They had like 700 DJs or something turn in mixes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, all right, man, whatever. Like, I turned it in. I'm like, there's no way. There's so many fucking DJs, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Like,
Club Killers is
There's no way. And Club Killers is like huge, right? So I was like, all right, man.
top source for
cool.
DJs.
I did it. I was happy. Mix sounded great.
Yeah.
Turned it in. I was like, and they put up something like, oh, we're announcing the winners tomorrow. All right, cool. So I like tune in.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, second place, third place, second place, cool. First place from Chicago. Mr. Shaw. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, yo, this is legit, right?
Dude, you're a fucking contest guy. I love that.
And it was awesome, man. Like the feedback I got from it, I got to learn so much from it. And that's where I was just like, there's no way I can't do a mix now in 2 weeks. I just can't.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't top that one.
Yeah, you worked so. That was like the best.
Couldn't
you got.
top that
Yeah,
one, right?
Yeah.
And so it was like, all right. So then every mix that I've done, I really treat it like an album. You know?
Love that.
And that's what I like to tell DJs is like, your mix is a representation of your thoughts and how you see music blending together.
Yeah.
And that sort of thing. And there are people that listen to every mix that's out there.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
And
I
so
love
when
mixes.
you put it out, really treat it like an album.
Yep.
You know, work hard on it, make it sound awesome, and then when you release it, also treat it like an album. Like build the promo, let
Yeah.
people know that it's out there, because a lot of people just release mixes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. I run through it, but it's like 20 listens when it should have
Right.
a lot more
20,000,
people listening
200,000, yeah.
to your a lot of mixes I hear, right? So
Yeah.
that was that, man, and it just, that's where I joined my Club Killers family. Like they were like, yo, welcome back anytime. And I just made mixes for them, you know.
Awesome though.
And that was that.
Everybody's got to go check that shit out. All those mixes. The most recent one. I can't wait to hear your next one again, bro. But it's like.
Yeah, and then to go to the most recent one I did, like,
Yeah.
you know, to backtrack on just that a little bit, like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like I sat there, like, what am I gonna do? Like, what can I do? Like, and I wanted to put out a mix like from myself, right?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, what do I do? And like, I was a big fan of the show Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, let's just try to have some fun with this.
The branding was on point.
And yeah, man, a lot of these guys like helped out promote. A lot of the local guys helped out, and some of the big guys, man. Like, and it's really cool. Like, when I asked these like 8-Track and Vice and Crespo and like Ego, all these guys, like Heavy and all them.
Yeah.
They have a busy schedule.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
Like, they have like an insane schedule. So I was like, man, I don't know if they're gonna respond, but they literally like took their like own brand and stepped it down to where my brand was.
Yep.
Right. And I think that's what meant more to me.
Right.
The drop really didn't mean anything to me.
Yeah.
What meant more to me was like, wow, you have so much going on, but yet you're responding to someone you haven't met.
Yeah.
Right? And like, I'm like, yo, I'm a huge fucking fan, man.
Yeah.
I would love for you. He was like, oh yeah, no worries. Here, shoot me a text. I was like, right? So I was like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
And then they sent it, and I was like, man, like, that's crazy, you know? And so then I told myself, well, then I better not ever get a big enough head
Yep.
to ever accommodate someone who's asking me for help,
Right.
I better not. And a lot's changed for me in the past, like, when did I do that mix? Like 5-6 months ago?
Yeah.
A lot's changed in the last, I want to say, from 2016. A lot changed from 2016 to 2018.
Yeah.
And then a lot changed from 2018 to now.
Yeah. I totally vibe with you on that, bro.
But
A lot happens in a short period of time.
yes, but
Yeah.
after I did this last mix,
Yeah.
that's when I told myself, like, I don't care who's projecting what energy out there
Yeah.
or who's saying what over there.
Yeah.
I will not do that. Like, will not. So that was like an awakening. That was like, yo,
Yeah.
like, don't do that. Don't be that guy.
Dude, those
Right?
are some of the biggest and the best in the world, man.
So
They recognize you, though. You deserve it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Kudos to you, man, for that and being so humble about it, too.
it was cool.
It's great. It's the best pregame mix of all time, too.
Thanks, man.
It's great.
I'm glad you guys get
I'll put it on.
fucked up too. Yeah.
Dude, but again, so you're playing all these different shows, right? And you're playing huge venues. I mean, you've got gigs outside of Chicago, Vegas, Minneapolis. You went to Vietnam and played a show,
Yeah, man.
right? These are a lot of different things. Like, how have you continuously maybe challenged yourself? Like, I had a great conversation with Heavy on this, right?
Yeah.
How he's making his own edits, how he's always trying to understand what's going on in the younger scene, the older scene, and how he's blending it all together.
Yeah.
How are you in one way or another always staying with the times and, raising the bar, challenging the status quo, whether it be in Chicago or fucking Vietnam?
Yeah. So I think, and you had shot me this question a little earlier. I was thinking about it, but I didn't want to think too much about it
Yeah, of course.
because I wanted to kind of just say what kind of came to mind.
Absolutely.
So I feel like, well, there are a couple things that I'm doing as a DJ to continue to challenge myself and innovate and keep pushing the envelope, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a DJ.
Yep.
But then I also have something I'm doing at Sahaj
Yeah.
to kind of merge the two together.
Yep.
So as a DJ, I really want to focus. I really have been trying to focus on energy.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of clubs have different formats, and
Right.
the energy levels are a little different.
Right.
Right.
Of course.
But I want to project the right energy at the right time
Yep.
in the club.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people feel like, oh, I'm an energy DJ.
Yeah.
And cool, but there are very few places or shows that you could play where it needs to be an hour and a half, 2 hours of constant energy,
Yep.
right? Usually the nightclub scene is very much like a roller coaster. That's what they say, right?
Yeah.
Like
Peaks and
riot-
valleys, right?
Right. So, really just being able to project the right energy at the right time. So, I saw Heavy's interview. I know he said that he made a lot of his edits.
Right.
He pushed me to make a lot of my own edits.
Yeah.
Because that is huge.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you can dictate how you want to take the energy level of a certain club via your own edits.
Right.
And if you know, I mean, like, who knows your edits better than you do, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Facts.
so,
Very good point.
So it's kind of like if you set the tone via your edits, and you set the energy via your edits,
Yeah.
only you know how that's going to work in the club,
True.
right? So it was kind of like, I really kind of dove into like making edits, and then, marketing. I think
Yeah.
that's like one thing that I want to tell DJs to really take advantage of. And not saying that it's everything. Please, like, figure out how to DJ first.
Yeah.
And,
Definitely.
and get good and practice and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
But once you feel like you have a hang on certain things, work on building the brand, because it's honestly it's 60-40. That's what I think. I think it's 60% being a good DJ and blah blah blah, and then it's 40%. Although the marketing shit doesn't matter, right? Like the social media doesn't matter, and putting up a flyer doesn't matter, and a schedule doesn't matter. If you do have the advantage of doing those things,
Yeah.
it can only help,
Yeah. Absolutely.
right? And we all have goals like, oh, we want to make it big here, or we want to play this, or we want to play that.
Right.
And being a good DJ, unfortunately, today can only do so much.
Yeah.
Honestly, it only can. Like, I know some amazing DJs.
Yeah.
I can name them. Top of my head, I can name them. Boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
Some amazing guys that should be on, like, big stages.
Yep.
And they're not. Because
There's a long line.
there's a long line.
Yeah.
There's a long line of, like, my boy.
Yeah.
Or, like, my roommate. Or...
Oh, God.
Right? And it's kind of like, these guys are amazing DJs, and I always tell them, I'm like, great, you're an amazing DJ,
Yeah.
but now let's focus on letting them know that you're out here,
Right.
right?
Right.
Because I know you're amazing,
Right.
but do they know you're out here,
Right.
right? And it's like, let's work on that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for me, it's like, I constantly want to build the brand via marketing.
Yep.
That's like never going to stop.
Right.
And I went through it this All-Star weekend. Like, you know, a lot of guys have certain personalities. They don't like to post everything on social media.
Yeah.
They don't like to. I am filming my own movie for my kids
Yeah.
and my grandkids.
I love that.
I want to be able to show them,
Yeah.
this is what I did.
Oh,
Like, look at this.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Yeah.
Right? And like, for those people who aren't posting, cool. That they may be like how they want to go about it. Right? But for the guys that are posting, great. Document, man.
Yeah.
Document, create content, post, document. Like,
Absolutely.
that's what it is. So I think if I were to really just keen in on like what I'm doing to
Yeah.
push my envelope
Yeah.
is being motivated via others.
Yep.
Guys like Heavy
Yep.
and guys like Gordo
Yep.
and Metro and
Yep.
all these guys, right?
Of course.
And really brand, you know, and do it right. Make edits, make mixes. I feel like I don't make enough,
Yeah.
but I know why I don't make enough. Is because I spend like a month and a half on one, and then I get tired.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, my brain's like fried,
True.
right? And so, yeah, that's what I want to do as a DJ, as Mr. Shaw.
Yeah.
My humane side,
Yeah.
I want to be kinder to people, and I want to let people know to be kinder to other people.
Absolutely.
I feel like that is something that's lacking tremendously. And I've always,
In general or in the industry?
in general, yeah, in the industry for sure,
Yeah. Goes without saying.
but in general, of course,
Yeah.
you want to be nice to everybody.
Yeah.
And everyone goes through rough patches of like ups and downs.
Yep.
And life gets in the way. Some people have kids,
Yeah.
right? And but the industry could be a really cruel place.
It's not for everybody, man.
It can be a really cruel place, and kindness goes a long way. A long way. I have gotten gigs from people who haven't even heard a mix or heard me DJ, but because of the fact that I tell them I'm a DJ and I'm nice,
Yep.
then I could get up there and show them like, yo, I should know what I'm doing.
Right.
But that's happened not
Yeah.
once and multiple times.
Yep.
Like, yo, yeah, cool, man. Hey, no, I vibe with you. You want to play? Sure. Right? And like,
It's awesome.
I just want to push that out there. I have this platform, man. I'm humbled to be here, but
Yeah.
I definitely want to push that platform of just like being kind, you know, give opportunity, answer text messages back, like simple things,
Yeah,
like
sure.
like there are people that like don't even like answer,
I don't get. Yeah. It's crazy.
right? And I'm not saying it's happening to me, but there are people out there that
Yeah.
are still left on like unread
Yeah.
or left unread.
Right. We all
whatever
see it.
or whatever it is. But yeah, just be kind, man. Like, I think that's like the human thing I've been trying to focus on, like hella, probably even more than DJing,
Good, man.
even more than DJing. Like,
It's gonna last longer.
I've just been, dude, like, I don't know what it is, but I'm just, like, in this zone right now. Seriously, I don't know what it is.
I feel your
like,
energy, man. I really do.
I'm just, like, in this zone of, like, just killing people with kindness, bro. Like,
Yes.
and I know that's like a cheesy ass shit. That's like cheesy ass shit to say,
One
but
thing
like,
to say is something to do it.
I'll tell you, man, like, it has changed my life in the last, like, 6 months.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Drastically. Like, taking shit situations
Yeah.
and just dealing with it with, like, a clear head.
Yeah.
And, like, positive energy. And just, like, as touche as all that shit is, like, be positive, bro. Be positive, bro. If you really get there,
Yeah.
you'll never get out,
Good for you.
you know? And so, those are, like, Sahaj and Shaw.
Yeah.
Sahaj Shah. Which is why I'm Mr. Shaw.
That's right.
So,
You are a mister. You're someone to respect.
thank you, man. I appreciate
Absolutely, bro. I mean, you're talking about your branding and really your marketing. And I think that's kind of what, especially in the past, let's call it 2 years, 2018.
Yeah.
I think that's what sets you apart. Tell us about Kid at Heart. Tell us about the Visual Kid and how it all wraps together into the Mr. Shaw brand.
For sure. So, when I was focusing on the Mr. Shaw brand, right, just like how anyone focuses on their brand or anyone focuses on going to a 9 to 5 every day
Yep.
for 10 years of their life, right?
Yep.
Really got to be with it. You really got to, decline wife's call, decline girlfriend's call,
Yeah. Yeah.
tell family members you can't make it to the Christmas party. Why?
Yeah.
Because you got to work, right? And for the longest time, like, in building this brand and trying to DJ places that I've never played before, and the stress of going on stage at Prism
Yeah.
when you've never played,
Yeah.
like a headlining set,
Yeah.
just that stress, like, all that stuff kind of just, it gets chaotic.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
It gets chaotic. Oh, they don't want you to play at this venue. Oh, down. Oh, they said that your set was like this. Oh, down.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now you run back and you're trying to work harder. You're trying to push yourself to the max of trying to become the best. And all that is draining. Right? And so when I was doing this, I was like, if I were to close my laptop, toss my turntables out, and just be with my family for a day,
Yeah.
or like my friends or whatever, what am I like?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I swear to God, man, I'm like a kid. I am, right? And I like it. It's like energy that you want to run to right away, right?
Yep.
And so I was sitting there and was like, I'm going to change my DJ name from Mr. Shaw to Kid at Heart.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it just made sense to me. And then I was like, well, I don't know if I want to do that because, like, all the branding stuff, like
come a long way,
the
yeah.
socials, it's
Yeah.
like, and then it's just a headache and people are like confused. And
Yeah.
regardless, I could do whatever the hell I want.
Right.
But I was also thinking rationally and practically.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, if I don't change, because I was like, if I change my name to Kid at Heart,
Yeah.
but I'm still stressed when I'm like doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
that doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah.
I want something separate than the Mr. Shaw brand.
Right.
And so I thought of Kid at Heart. I was like, all right, everybody goes to work, right? Everyone gets stuck in the rut of like being a father,
Yep.
being a mom,
Yep.
like doing this, doing that, like
Yeah.
and we sometimes don't know how to get out of that world.
Yeah.
It just gets like too crazy. We get stressed, anxiety, depression.
Yeah.
Right? All this shit is
Stuff.
real. And so I was like, all right, man, like, I want to come out with something that will represent and send a message out that you should step out of adulting sometimes and really just release your inner child.
Yeah.
And everyone loves their childhood. Not everybody. Not I don't want to say everybody. But most people do reminisce on the good times of their childhood.
Dude,
Right?
high school, you could say.
Whether it was like
Yeah.
watching your favorite TV show
Yeah. Something.
or like
For sure.
Barney.
Yeah.
I was a Barney kid.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and that was the thing. And I remember, man, those times were great.
Great.
Like
Fired up.
like fucking great, bro. Like, I mean, like you came downstairs, like you had like Cocoa Puffs in your fucking bowl already, like you know, you had like a purple fucking gigantic spoon.
Oh
like
my God, take me back.
Like those things were real, right? And I was like, man, like if I could put out something where when people see it or they read it or they wear it, it's like, oh, you know what? It's a Sunday today. Oh, we're going out to have some fun. I'm gonna wear my Kid at Heart. And I was like, oh shit, let me come out with a like a clothing brand. Right, called Kid at Heart. And that's where it stemmed from, man. Like,
it's awesome.
Really just trying to let people know that to unleash your inner kid and to be childish sometimes. And I know a lot of, you know, boyfriends and girlfriends who are like childish with each other, and she'll be like, oh, you're so childish. And like, I get that. Oh, you're such a kid. Right? Or like, I'll blow bubble. I still blow bubbles with my spit, bro. Like, you know, because it's like, what the hell do you do in your room when you're alone? You blow bubbles with your spit.
I'm fucking around.
Every single fucking person that's watching this is alone somewhere sometimes and like either blowing bubbles or like farting in their chair or like picking their nose or like, and then someone else is around, they're like, oh shit, you know, But I was like, but that's what being a kid is like, you know. It's funny. It's funny. It's fun. And so that's where that whole entire idea stemmed from. Just trying to send that message of like, it's okay, man. Like, it's okay. So when I'm DJing and I see like someone who's like upper 30s, lower 40s, 50s, holy shit. You know, I DJ this place in Minneapolis called The Living Room. There's a lady that comes there every time I play there. She's like 72 or something. Every time I play there, she's like in her 70s, bro.
Shit.
And does not leave the dance floor. Doesn't leave.
Fuck yes.
And I had to call her out. I was like, yo, come over here. Like, how old are you? And what is your name? And blah, blah. And she's like, oh, I love me. I love dancing, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I really need to push the envelope with this stuff because it's real, right? And like, when I see that happen in front of me, I'm like, yo, like, that's dope. You know, like... It's cool to like see people kind of just letting their worries go for a little bit. Amazing. And just letting the inner kid, man, out and I mean, get fucked up for all I care, you know. Drink, come out, drink, get fucked up. You know, I see some people, they unleash their dance moves when they get a little why? It's not the alcohol, really. It is, but it also is because you like to dance.
There's something deeper.
There's something deeper there, right?
Yeah, like, for sure.
There's something in there that wants to make you dance. And when you start dancing and you don't care what you look like, right? That reminds me of like when I was 5. Where my parents are like, okay, Sahaj, dance for the family. And you're up there like, you know, doing whatever, like, you know, and you think you're so cool, and then everyone claps at the end. Right? And that's no different than what I see, like, people, you know, unleashing their kid, but it's via alcohol. Unfortunately, that's what people need to do that. But
sometimes,
in the same breath, you don't.
You
know?
I agree.
So that's where Kid at Heart came from. Then the graphic kid. Right?
When did you get into Photoshop and graphic design and all this stuff, man?
So here's the thing. When you're a creative of any sort, that shit doesn't leave you.
True.
Right? So it's just ingrained in your blood. That's just what it is. If you're any sort of creative, it's just ingrained in your blood to just always project that creativity out. Right? So, for example, I came down here, I saw gray and nothing back there. You should have a logo up there. Right? Well, creativity right away, because it's like I can't help but to think that way.
Right.
And it all started when I was like 9, making like PowerPoint, you know, presentations and like cropping out photos and just like drawing and like doing all that. It just led into me going to Columbia eventually for graphic design.
Okay, so that's what you went there for.
I went to Columbia for graphic design.
Okay, awesome.
Right? Because it just kind of like, I did Harper, and then I was like, all right, I'm going to do fine arts.
Yep.
And it was kind of like I already knew a lot of the stuff that I learned at Columbia.
Right.
So now I'm sitting here shooting myself in the foot because
Right.
of debt.
Right.
And I'm like, man, I wish I just didn't go. But then you have Asian stereotype, right?
Yeah.
Where you have to go to school.
Yeah.
You got to get a degree.
Mm-hmm.
As important as that is, I was at a point where I was like, I want to drop out. Because I already knew where I was going to curate the next 5-10 years of my life.
Right.
But nonetheless, I went to school. I got a degree. Made mom and dad happy.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, man, like that's where the graphic kid comes into play. Like creativity. Always worked on Photoshop. I was like always blending photos together.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the branding and the DJing came hand in hand.
You got to do it all these days, too.
And so I was like going to school for graphic design. I was DJing, and it was just using one for the other,
Yep.
right? And it was helping me a lot. And I was just like, all right, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna share what I can with others and try to help others build their brand and do all that. So I started the Graphic Kid.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, it's something small. I don't have a website or anything like that. It's just IG.
But you do great work, man.
Thank you, man.
You do. And anybody who needs social media done, especially DJs, hit you up.
Yeah, man, please.
I mean, you're working on the new cover for my podcast, and I'm fucking stoked.
I am.
It's going to be, I don't like...
Yeah, be excited. It looks really cool, man. We have a couple of designs chewed up, but yeah, it's cool.
I think it's going to be good timing for the launch of your episode.
You'll like it. You'll like it for sure.
I have no doubt, dude. I have no doubt. I mean, good for you, though, man, because I feel like these days, and it comes up more and more often, right? Like, sure, I have somebody helping us videotape right now, right? And I was doing a lot on my own. Still am,
For sure.
right? I have help, but we have to do it all these days. Like,
For sure.
You can't just be a producer. You can't just be a DJ.
For sure.
You can't just be a videographer. You can't just be a radio guy, right?
For sure.
You gotta be everything.
You gotta be everything. And like, I see a lot of memes about that stuff too. Like,
Yeah.
before it was just the DJ, and now it's like a list of fucking shit you have
It's
to
50
do.
things.
But someone made that because it's real,
Yeah.
right? And like
Memes are based off the truest reality. Yeah.
right? And like, yeah, man, like video work, shooting the video, editing the video,
Yeah.
like graphic work,
Yeah.
DJing, this, that. It's like, it's crazy. It's wild.
It's amazing, man. Now, something I really wanted to ask you, and you've mentioned one way or another, is some obstacles you've overcome,
Yeah.
personally, professionally.
Yeah.
Is there something that you felt that you are maybe still overcoming or have, and how did you get through that?
It's a great question, man.
Yeah.
It's a great question. That's why I like this podcast, because like some of the things that I've been watching.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
I'm not talking about your favorite drop.
I just no. I'm talking about like your Sherman the Booth podcast videos.
Yeah, of course. I like. Dude, there's an emotional side to this shit.
Some of the things I see, it's like you don't like we don't know the DJs on a personal level of things, right? Like,
Yep.
And so it's always so nice to hear a lot of guys that are really just like going through the same shit that we just don't know it. We're sitting next to each other. We're like, wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
Right.
For
And so,
sure, man.
But yeah, man. You know, hella obstacles, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody. You, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hella, you know.
All the time.
I don't want to say like, oh, I grew up with a rough childhood. There's none of that.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, where we decide we want to take our brain, our mind, you know.
Yep.
And sometimes I've taken my mind to like a not cool spot.
Absolutely.
And it's like, all right, well, and that's because of like, whatever, relationship, whatever it is. Like, on my personal side of things, like, yeah, I went through some crazy fucking relationships.
Absolutely.
And that definitely has an impact on anybody, right?
Absolutely,
like,
man.
So that was that. And then, you know, just like Indian stereotypes, you know.
For sure.
I think that's like another reason why I wanted to do this show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is just like really trying to send a message out to like those who are going through the same thing of like, you can't do this because it won't take you anywhere.
That's what Illis and Shireen talked about a lot too when I had them on.
You know, and they're you know, Illis, Shireen, Sean K, Sean Tucker, you know, Jay Khan, and all these guys, like, you know, we're minorities, and in our field of like work, this is not accepted.
Not at all, man.
It's like you don't become a DJ. This is not what you do.
Brown Revolution,
right?
That's what I've heard before.
I've heard. I hope.
That's what I'm hearing a lot more.
Yeah, Brown Revolution. I mean, it's like, and it's not even. It's like those stereotypes like poured into my relationship early on.
Yeah.
Like I lost like girlfriends because of it.
Damn.
You know, like parents would be like, no, you can't be with him because he goes to Columbia, or like, oh, because he's a DJ, or he's in music entertainment, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
That was like my first mind game.
Yeah.
When my ex's mom told me like, oh no, that'll never be accepted into this house.
Damn.
It still sticks with me today. And I'm like, man, like, I can't believe she said that, because it's like, here I am in Vietnam. Right? and not to brag, but
Bro, for real,
but just like,
yeah.
I'm in my Airbnb alone, and I'm just like laying there, and I'm like, man, I wish her well, you know, like, but like, and I think that was always like motivation to just like push the envelope further and further and further.
You're doing things.
So many obstacles, man. Like, I mean, but it's, you know what, like, they're not going to go away.
No.
Ever. So it's kind of like, all right, well, let's adjust and figure out how to deal with them.
Yeah.
And let's just figure out how to tackle it. You know? One will take a little longer than another one, but as long as you just figure out how to tackle it properly and with patience. A lot of people nowadays is everything is right now.
Yep.
Right? And just got to learn how to be patient, you know, and just kind of let things fill in.
Absolutely.
And then take one step back, and guess what? You'll see this picture forming, and you'll know, like, oh, it's packed over there, but it's open over here, so let me just go this way.
Right.
And it's kind of like, yeah, a lot of obstacles, man. But nothing that I haven't been able to come over.
Look at you now, man.
My support system, man, that's what it is, really. It's like I've done probably like 15% of the work, but it's the people that you really have around you.
Yeah.
That is the maker or breaker of people that go down south.
Surround yourself with the right people, man.
And people who lift themselves up, and that's like, yeah, that's like all I could say about that.
I agree. Like, that's the essence of a happy life, is who you surround yourselves with. When you said it earlier, man, if I wasn't a DJ, if I hung up the decks, right, and I was with my family, like, who is that person?
Right.
Is that person happy with what their life is and who surrounds them?
Right.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more with you, man.
For sure.
I have humble beginnings like that as well. You know, growing up in a small town outside Indianapolis, and it being this and that, anything you would expect from a small town in Indiana, right?
Yeah.
And just to kind of grow up and then come here and see both sides of the coin. You know, I spent some time abroad when I was in college in Barcelona, and, you know, whatever to be the cliche thing like you talked about earlier, like the abroad kid, right? No, man, like, I talked about it in episode 100, and I kind of realized that when I went there, people didn't see me as the abroad kid because I was in a Spanish immersion program, and I really went outside my comfort zone and tried to meet new people, and they just, like, showed me this culture and this way of life, right?
Sure.
And now that's what I try and do for others as well, is, like, give them that experience I had, and that was people just not asking about where I came from. It was finding out who you are right now.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's the most beautiful thing about life, is just these genuine interactions with people.
For sure. Yeah, man, 100%. And it's only going to get, it's only going to go more and more that way. I think people are going to really tune in on finding who they are first, finding out who they are first, and then putting a brand or whatever in front of them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's great, man.
That's what it is.
That's great. Perfect answer. You're a great interviewee.
I'm just everything is coming out of the head, bro.
I love it. No, it's coming out of the heart, baby.
The heart.
Come on.
Salud.
Come on. Now I want to ask you, man.
Hey, you got to take a sip after your show.
Okay, you're right. I want to ask you, we're the same age, right? Like, we've both been in the music game for however long. We've seen a lot come and go.
Yeah.
There's a lot to come now.
For sure.
What do you think is going to happen in the next decade for DJs, for music festivals, anything related to the music industry?
Well, I just heard
Yeah.
that Ultra
Yeah.
was canceled
Yeah. I'm very upset.
due to...
I was going to Winter Music Conference. I had interviews lined up and shit, bro.
What the hell? That's crazy.
It's crazy.
So, you know, for DJs, it's definitely going to be easier to become one.
Yeah. Every day it becomes easier.
And for those guys that are doing it right now, it's just going to become a dogfight, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be a dogfight because it's kind of like there's some really talented guys out here that have been putting the work in for years and years. But then there'll be a dude that just graduated college and picks up a controller, and the next week he's playing the same set you are.
Yeah.
Because he's got 35 friends that he'll bring, and it's just going to become more like that, and I hope it doesn't. But I think for the DJs that are already doing it, just, man, stand your ground.
Yeah.
You know, for me, like, you know, there are so many guys out here that are knowledgeable about DJ 101, like what you should do, right?
Absolutely.
And I feel like the DJs that are coming out of college, they don't really have someone to tell them, like, yo, this is what DJ 101 is, and like,
No way.
right? And so they just kind of make their own book of rules, and it's kind of like, oh, like this is all it is. Like we just got to do this song, this song,
It
this
was
song.
you and Sean Tucker. Now these days it's you and fucking 20 guys, right?
Straight up.
Yeah.
Right. And I just hope it doesn't hurt, you know, the quality of the experience quality, I guess. I hope it doesn't hurt that, because then, you know, once it starts becoming something where it's just kind of like, well, you can plug anyone in there, play for $75 and a vodka bottle.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
as a college kid, like, all right, cool, Thursday night, $75,
No problem.
and a vodka bottle. I'll bring my friends over, we'll drink, I'll play, and
I got this girl that thinks it's cool that I DJ.
yeah. But if I were to ever tell
Yeah.
any one of these kids, like, hey, do you know that I clear dance floors on purpose sometimes?
Yeah. Yeah.
They'd be like,
What?
why would you do that? Right? They would.
Yeah, they
'Cause
would.
They wouldn't. They haven't read the manual of
Yeah.
how it should be done,
Yep.
and I just hope it doesn't hurt anybody, you know. And more DJs, man, great. I guess I can't be like mad at that. It's like,
It's raising the bar. The more people that get into
Yeah.
it, right? It's like it's the NBA eventually.
for sure, yeah. But can you imagine the NBA without like Kobe, R.I.P.,
Yeah.
but Allen Iverson, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce,
Right.
Like, can you imagine the NBA without LeBron? And like, who's there?
No.
And I don't want it. I don't want like nightlife to be like, all right, well, these guys don't DJ anymore. Well,
Yeah.
Sherm doesn't DJ anymore. Well,
Right,
Shaw
right.
doesn't DJ anymore.
Right.
Oh, well, do you even know who these new cats are?
Yeah.
No. So do you even want to go? No, fuck it.
Yep.
And I don't want it to be that. So I want the guys that are coming into this to really like own it, you know, do it right,
Yep.
and like have us come out and listen to you and be like, who the hell is that?
Yep.
Right? And like, there's so many new guys out right now that are like crushing it.
Yep.
Right? And I'm
Yep.
like, yo, like, sick, right? Like, you'll keep me young. I like how you play. Like,
Right.
and it's like, yo, who taught you this? Oh, Strategy or Dole
Right.
or Metro.
Right.
You know, all these guys. Oh, that's where you got it from.
Right.
So it's kind of like, I hope that the new guys that come into the game, man, have someone. And if you are a new guy into the game and you don't have anyone to reach out to, hit my ass up.
That's an invitation, y'all.
Yeah, hit my ass up, man. Like, anybody, man, hit anybody up. If
Ask
they
for
don't
help.
respond, come to me. Like, you know.
I love that, man.
So, yeah, man.
Dude, I mean, you just answered my next question. That's what would you give the younger DJs as a piece of advice, and that's ask for help.
Ask for help, and don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yep.
And don't be a dick.
Straight up.
Yeah, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
You know, I've learned the hard way from experience.
Yeah.
Not saying that I'm a dick or I've been a dick, but like, I know I'm not. But sometimes, like, just the way you carry yourself, or who you hang out with, or like things I probably say in this interview, someone's probably gonna like pick something up and be like, "Oh, see."
Yeah.
But that's not what it is, right? It's like, you know. So, yeah, and really just own it, you know, and love it. Love it.
Amen, man.
Gotta love it, man.
Yeah,
it's
you gotta
like,
love it.
the DJing is one of
too
those
hard not
things
to
where
love.
it's just so easy to just put away,
It is.
you know?
It's
It's like, oh, I only have 3 gigs this month, or I only have 4 gigs this month. Oh, I don't think this is meant for me.
Yep.
Like, what are you talking? So it's so easy to just put it down and yeah, just that's what I gotta say, man. Do it with passion.
I feel you, man. Do it with passion. Well, what's coming up in this year, in this next decade for you, bro?
Oh
Like,
boy,
I know
a lot.
next decade's big, but
a lot. It's gonna be a very crucial but amazing 2 to 3 years.
okay.
So in the next, so the recent news that's gonna come out is like I'm starting a video podcast.
You are?
So be ready, Sherm. I'm coming for you.
Okay, let's do it.
No, but it's not gonna be this kind of format.
Yeah, sure.
It's gonna be a little different. 5 to 7 minutes.
Sure.
You know, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But I really want to get people out of their comfort zone.
Yep.
You know.
It's part of the reason I do this, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to get people out of their comfort zone, and you know, I'm just trying to figure out, like, and I'm gonna ask you for help. You know,
Please.
I'll hit you up.
Please.
But really trying to do a video series. Gonna try to drop some sort of video series.
Awesome.
Okay. That's gonna be like soon, and then production, bro. I started producing.
Yeah?
Yeah, I started producing. I want to say like.
Did I see you in the studio with Agent Forte? Were you in the studio with Agent Forte recently?
That was, I think that was Steven Leon.
Leon? Oh, was it Steven Leon?
Yes, that was Steven Leon.
Steven's a great producer.
Man, amazing.
Yeah.
Whew, fire.
Yeah. He's
Agent
awesome.
too, man. Like, if I'm talking about some of the underrated cats in the city,
Yeah.
and some of these guys don't even know what they have coming for them. So, I'm not kidding you. I've been listening to Agent stuff for like years.
Dude, I know. He's so talented.
Wild. But so production, I started producing, and
Awesome.
right now, man, it's just a bunch of just random shit, sampling this sound and putting it together with this and this, and making this. Because I play the piano, I have many original pieces
Hell yeah.
that I've just laid out.
Circle Baby's coming back.
I just laid out.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to get a record out this year.
Okay.
And when I'm gonna go back to like me making the mixes, it takes me so long to make a mix, and so like I don't want to have that mentality going into production.
Yeah.
I just want to make.
Yep.
Right, and kind of just see what fits and what doesn't. So, man, I have so many songs that I'm ready to write, and I've written about my past relationships.
Yeah.
And just like who I am as a person, and just the life of just like the insecurities, and like, you know, I just have so much content that I will be writing about, but also that I have written about that I'm ready to like blend in via the originals that I've pieced together.
Yep.
And yeah, man, just try to come up with some cool stuff, man, this year. Like, honestly, like, my thing is, like, I don't really care what kind of music I produce. I'm pretty open to really anything. Someone would be like, yo, you want to do, like, who hit me up? Milk and Cooks.
Nice.
They're like, yo, let's get in the studio. Let's chop it up. I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, yeah, let's come out with a heater. I'm like, done. Let's do it.
Love that.
So, I'm definitely gonna link up with them.
Try it all, man.
Me and Heavy, like, we link sometimes, and it was so. We came out with a Suavemente edit,
which is dope.
A little while ago, and it was just like we were just like having a drink downstairs, just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yo, what track, man? Have we? It needs a little." I'm like, "Yo, let's Suavemente." He's like, "All right, cool." We just literally like it took like an hour. Just like whip something together, and it was just like it's like cool.
Oh,
and
it's amazing.
He's like, all right, Sean, no, we got all this done, cool, all right. And I was like, all right, cool, set it away, put it down. All right, how are we branding this thing, right? I was like, all right, cool. So it was fun, but
you guys did a great job on that.
A lot of production, man, a lot of originals, a lot of my own stuff, and I'm just writing, bro. Awesome. Honestly, I'm just writing. Not caring about what you say. Just writing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what I'm just writing and piecing words here to here, and literally it's like it's all coming together, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Yeah.
I'm excited.
So because my
mom, a lot going on.
So because my mom sings, right?
Oh shit.
Because my mom sings, so it's like, I'm not gonna have her run the vocals on my tracks, but I very much understand like octave and like what key you're on and like all that sort of thing, right?
Right.
And so I was like, you know what? And like I sing, but it's not like something I do in front of anybody.
Yeah, of course.
I'll do it like in the bathroom while taking a shower or whatever. I'll record it and I'll listen and I'll be like, holy shit.
Not bad.
Okay. Chops, right, Shaw?
Yeah.
So, Shaw, hold on, figure this out. So, how are we going to do this, right?
Yeah.
So, do you need to go to, like, vocal classes? So, I'm starting vocal classes.
Wow.
I'm going to do that. And I just honestly want to throw some of my own vocals on my shit, man. And
this is great news.
Just release some original stuff,
Fuck yeah.
And then, obviously, I want to reach out to some of my favorite, like, R&B singers and just be like, hey man, I'm just a little kid from Schaumburg, Illinois. Like, let's work together. You know, and gonna try doing that. So I'm excited for the next year or two, for sure. Like musically, I think it's gonna be great. And then second half of 2020 is the part 2 of the Kid at Heart merch, and it's really gonna zone in on like being a kid.
Yes.
So if you're gonna wear it, you're gonna be like, what the fuck am I wearing?
It's time to get it.
But it'll make you feel good.
I love that.
And that's gonna be the second half of 2020. So I'm thinking like August, maybe July onwards or August onwards.
Okay.
So those are like some of the projects, man. And then you know the graphic stuff is always gone.
Right.
And the DJing is always going.
Constantly. How many gigs do you usually have a month?
Right now, I think average I'm on like 9.
It's a lot.
Sometimes it'll be like 12.
Yeah.
Like this month I'm on 14.
Right.
But average, it's like 9. And I think that's where I like to stay.
Yeah, for sure.
That's where I like to stay.
Gotta have time for yourself, man.
I remember like I was at a point where I was DJing anything and everything I could. Like anything and everything I could.
Yep.
And, I just didn't want to burn out,
Yeah, it's easy.
As a brand, and then on my own, like I didn't want to burn myself out.
Right.
Being tired and doing all that. So,
of course.
And as I'm getting older, it's just becoming harder and harder to like stay up late.
Yep.
And like, drink tequila at fucking 4 a.m. And then someone hands you like an afters card.
Right.
And you're like, all right.
What?
You're like, nah, I'm good. And then you end up being there. And now it's like
story.
Now it's like 8 a.m.
Yeah.
And you're at like Griddle grabbing
you're
like
done for 2 days.
Shit food. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, man. But I'm just honestly like I'm just in a really good place.
You are, man.
Like not even just like as a DJ, but just like, and see how like my eyes got all watery because like I'm literally in a really good spot and I'm so happy.
I'm so happy for you, man, for real.
But yeah, man, like just I'm a lot better than how I was.
It's great.
So I'm
Good
just
for you, man.
And crying is okay, man.
Dude, you're the man, Shaw.
Thank you, bro.
Give me some of this. I want to acknowledge you one more time, man. Because,
Can we get a Kleenex up in here or something?
dude,
What is this? Sherm got me crying over here.
this is why we do it, man.
Oh,
This is why we do it, bro. For real.
ugh, gross.
So, cheers to you, man.
Salud,
Props to
bro.
you.
Thank you, man.
You do so much for yourself, for others.
Appreciate
And
it.
by being the best version of yourself, you bring out the best